At Westbrook High, social order was everything. Athletes and influencers ruled the halls, while quiet kids slipped by unnoticed. Among them was Talia James, a transfer student who kept her hoodie up, earbuds in, and gaze low. New to town and living with her Army medic mom in a modest apartment, Talia had learned to stay invisible. But invisibility has its price. Within weeks, Talia became a target. Her quietness and background made her an easy mark for Cody Vance, the wrestling team captain and son of the local sheriff. With his usual crew, Reed and Benji, Cody made a game out of messing with her, slamming her locker, kicking over her lunch tray. Talia never reacted, until the day they cornered her in the girls' bathroom during lunch break. Rain poured outside. Inside, Cody locked the door behind them. Reed pulled out his phone to record. "This'll go viral," he smirked. Cody shoved Talia against the wall, snarling, "Say something, freak, you don't belong here." What happened next stunned everyone, even the ones holding the camera. In one seamless motion, Talia twisted Cody's arm behind his back and slammed him to the floor with a thud that echoed off the bathroom tiles. Before Reed could react, she pivoted and delivered a sharp strike to his ribs, sending him reeling against the stall door, gasping for air. Benji tried to flee, slipped, and smashed his chin against the sink. Talia stood tall, breathing hard but controlled. She looked down at Cody, who clutched his side in disbelief. "I'm not scared of you," she said, voice low but firm. Then she turned and calmly walked out, leaving behind a mess of groaning bullies and a recording that would soon change everything. Security arrived within minutes, alerted by the noise, and the video Reed had foolishly left running. The footage captured it all: the verbal abuse, the racial slurs, the shove, and Talia's swift, clearly defensive response. Talia was called into the office, as was Cody's father, Sheriff Vance, who demanded immediate action against her. But he wasn't ready for who walked in next. Talia's mother, Sergeant Naomi James, entered in full military uniform, medals polished, eyes blazing. She placed the phone on the principal's desk and pressed play. The room went still as the video played. Every word, every shove, every insult echoed through the principal's office. Sheriff Vance's face turned red, his fists clenched, but there was no denying the evidence. His son had crossed a line, and the video made sure the whole town would see it. Principal Keller cleared his throat. "This is a clear case of self-defense," Sheriff Vance snarled. "She's a threat. She needs to be expelled." Sergeant Naomi James didn't raise her voice. She didn't have to. "My daughter was attacked. You saw the footage. She defended herself. If your son had laid a hand on a soldier in uniform, would we still be calling her the problem?" Sheriff Vance didn't reply. Within hours, the school board met. The decision was swift. Cody Vance was expelled. Reed and Benji were suspended indefinitely. Word spread quickly across campus. The quiet girl who kept her head down? She'd taken down the most feared student in school and walked away without a scratch. Whispers filled the halls, not with jokes, but with awe. She dropped Cody like it was nothing. "She's like, trained. She's a black belt or something." By Monday morning, Talia wasn't just another face in the hallway. She was the girl no one dared to underestimate anymore. Talia's return to school felt like stepping onto a stage, only she never asked for the spotlight. Some students greeted her with nods of respect, others avoided her altogether. And then there were the whispers. Not admiration this time, but fear and judgment. "She's dangerous. Shouldn't someone like her be in a different school?" The loudest critic? Sheriff Vance himself. He confronted Principal Keller in the parking lot, accusing Talia of being a threat to the school. He called her a thug, a menace. Once again, Naomi James stepped forward, calm, decorated, and immovable. My daughter didn't ask to be attacked. She didn't ask to be recorded. And she didn't ask to become your lesson. But she's here now, and she's earned her place. As media attention swirled, the school held an emergency assembly to address the incident. Rumors said Talia wouldn't show, but when the curtain rose, she stepped onto the stage. She held the mic with both hands, took a breath, and spoke. "I didn't come here to fight. I came to learn." Her voice was quiet, but every word landed. "You saw my skin, you saw my silence, and you thought I was weak. My mom taught me to protect, not to attack. But that day, I had no choice." The room was silent for a beat, then rose to its feet in a standing ovation. After the assembly, everything changed. Talia was no longer just the quiet girl in the hoodie. She became a symbol, not of fear, but of strength. Her story hit local news and spread across social media, sparking conversations far beyond the school halls. But Talia didn't stop there. She used the attention to launch something new, a self-defense club for girls called Stand Ready. She opened the doors to anyone who had ever felt overlooked, intimidated, or unsafe. Together, they trained. They talked. They built something bigger than protection. They built confidence. She also started a campaign called Voice Up, encouraging silent students to share their stories and be heard. The same kids who once faded into the background were now speaking on panels, joining clubs, and mentoring younger students. By graduation day, Talia stood at the top of the steps in her cap and gown, applause following her all the way across the stage. As she accepted her diploma, Principal Keller leaned in and whispered, "You taught us more than we ever taught you." Afterward, a local reporter asked for her final thoughts. Talia looked straight into the camera and said, "Next time you try to pick on the quiet girl, make sure she's not trained to finish it in 10 seconds.